What a beautiful morning it is here on January 13th here in Letchworth. I'm in the Trestle Woods, and I came upon this old fallen tree, and I don't know if this is something recent or old, but I noticed as I looked at the bottom, there seems to be a bottle poking out. Now the color of the glass looks kind of old, so let's find out together if everything's here. By golly, it is all there. I would say, by the looks of that top and this shape, it's an old one. You can see it's pretty heavy, irregular glass. I'd say this is an old ketchup bottle that somebody must have had a picnic here in the woods and stuffed this bottle in this old tree and probably was laying in the bottom until this fell over. Kind of a cool find. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll drag that along home, clean it up and see how it looks. But you never know what you're going to find when you're out strolling in the woods and a tree falls down and what could be hiding inside. With this 50-some degree temperature, it's really melting this snow fast, so every place that the water can run, it's really moving now. Cleared up from yesterday though, so slowing down just a little bit. One of my favorite places to visit while I hike in this Trestle Woods here in Letchworth is this old railroad cut that was put in 1852. They used it just for so long, and then they were having trouble with snow buildup or something was wrong here, so they ended up putting a dam in here. And this old stone dam used to hold a lot of water until we had one really hard session of rain for a few days, and it washed out around that end. Let's take a look as we get a little closer here. This used to supply water to the area of the trestle, and here's the old valve right here that they used to turn the water supply on and off with. I imagine it still probably turns, these old valves. They do real well. We've got them where I work that are over 100 years old, and we still use them. But that end right over there is where she let go. That bank collapsed and it let all the water out. And obviously the park's not going to fix it because it's something that they don't really maintain. It's just a relic of the past. But it's a cool one. And still quite a lot of water flows down through here. Oh, the creek is just so beautiful today. So I was walking along here, I thought I'd just check, see what I could find. Maybe it washed up. Yeah, it's sad to see this. The remains of a doe here. Looks to be a pretty decent size too. She's there's her jaw bones right there. Something's been getting by this winter on this deer carcass, so at least it doesn't go to waste totally. Feeds forest animals. It's a pretty good sized doe. Nice set of jaws too. Another leg stretched out up here and bones laying around here in the woods. But you do stumble on these things when the snow melts off. I'm sure something will finish this off and chew these bones right to nothing before this winter is up. There's a big boy hanging around here somewhere. I've been hoping to find one of his shed antlers, but it's a little early right now, so I'd be quite surprised to stumble on one, but I'll be back here as the winter rolls on. But hey, Glenn, here's a great spot for you from Man Cave. Look at this spot here. All protected with beautiful, tall, mature hemlocks. Lots of water nearby. Who wouldn't want to build themselves a place to live right here? Absolutely remote, beautiful place to be. I do enjoy my winter hikes when the thaws take the snow away and I get to see what's been covered up. Just a fabulous area here, tucked away in Letchworth. When the railroad first came through this area in 1852, they had to put up a lot of old sluiceways for the water to run so they could get the tracks over it. There's the embankment. But here's a piece of history from 1852. And you know, this thing is still serving the purpose it was designed for. I'm just amazed at the work that was put into these structures. As you notice, every one of the blocks up there was cut to receive a square block, and every one of the blocks in the arch. Kind of crafty. All those were handcrafted by some really skilled mason. Now they're just a little memory in the past, and hardly anybody sees these. I had to hike way back in here to get to this one. Well, here's another look at what you might see if you get off the beaten path. Well, I couldn't let this day go by without at least sitting outside, 62 degrees now, and grabbing a rock and see what I could chip out of it. So here's what I made. Kind of like a Sedalia type point. It's a big one. This is my latest. And really it didn't come out too bad. I'm really happy with it. I used a large moose billet on it to thin it down, and then I pressure flaked it. So there it is, my latest big Keokuk blade. Hate to see this warm weather end because I probably won't do as much chipping now, but at least I got a couple in this weekend.